Hey guys, welcome to the Creative Arena. So in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how you can create a profile card with this glass effect like what you can see here, and also a hover effect on the card that displays the social icon on each card, and this background animation as well that is also responsive in all devices. That is responsive in all devices as you can see, and also likewise iPhone 12. You try it out on iPhone 12. You can see it as well. Do the same on tablet, and you can still see it on tablet. So wasting much of your time, let's dive in and get started. Alright, so in our Elementor editing screen, the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to add a structure, and we'll make sure we select the structure here, direction rule. And then once we've done that, the next thing we'll go to the advanced settings. Under the advanced settings, we're now going to add a padding of 100 pixel all around, so we see what we're doing clearly. Now the next thing we're going to do is we'll come over here, and then we're just going to drag a container to this. Now this container here, the first container, we're going to call it the parent container, and then for the second container, we're going to call this one the child container. Alright, so now for the child container, we're just going to duplicate it. First of all, we'll make sure that the child container is set to full width, and then we're just going to duplicate it 3 times, and we'll have something like this. Now what we're going to do now, we're going to make use of the mid child container, this container here. So for this container here, we're just going to edit it here, and then we're just going to come over here and make sure that the direction is set to vertical. Now after we've done that, the next thing we're going to do is we'll go back to the parent container. Now for the parent container, we're just going to give it a background. We're going to add a background to it. So we'll come over here to the background type, classic, and then we'll set an image. So the image we're going to be using is this image. So I'm just going to select this image here, and then I'll come over here, make sure that the resolution is set to full, position is set to center, and then attachment is set to scroll, and then the repeat set to no repeat, and for the display size we're going to set it to cover. Okay, now that we've done that, the next thing we're going to do, we'll come over to this child here, this image child here, this child, and then what we're going to do is we're just going to click on this plus icon here and drag a container to it. Now this container here, we're going to call it, we're going to duplicate it as well, and then we're going to call it the first container. We're going to call it first, and then we're going to call this one the second container. Alright, now for the first container, what we're going to do is we're just going to click on the plus icon, and then we're going to drag an image to it. Okay, so this image now we're going to set we're going to make use of this image here. Okay, and then we'll go to the style option. For the style option, we'll come over to the width, change this unit from percent to pixel, and then we're just going to give it a pixel of 200 pixel, and then for the height we're going to give the height 200 pixel as well, so we'll have something like that. And for the object fit, we're going to set it to cover, and the object position, we're going to set the position to top center, so we'll have something like this. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're just going to give it a border type of solid, and then the border width, we're going to give it a width of 10 pixel. Okay, now for the border color, we're going to give the color white, and then we're just going to make it a bit transparent, so we'll have something like so. Okay, that's pretty nice. The next thing we're going to do is to come over to the border radius and give it a border change the border unit first of all from pixel to percent. So we're going to set it to give it a 50%. Alright, so we'll have something like that. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to come over here to this Rubik's Cube icon here, and then we're going to drag a heading. Now we'll drag the heading here, and then we're going to call this heading, we're going to give it a name, John Doe. Alright, I'll go to the styling. No, let's go back here, and then we'll come over to the HTML tag, and I'll give it a HTML tag of H3, and we'll head to the styling. And for the text color, we're going to give it white color. The typography, we're going to give it 30 pixel, and then we're going to make the font width to be bold at 700. And alright, so now we're going to align it to the center. Yep, so we'll have something like this. The next thing we do is just going to duplicate this and then edit this one here. We're going to give it web designer, and then we'll go to the styling. For the typography, we're going to reduce the font size to 20 pixel, and then for the font weight, we're going to give it a medium, that is 500, so we'll have something like that. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is return back to this first container. This container we called first, and then we'll go to the advanced settings for it, and then we'll give it a padding of 50 pixel all around, so we'll have something like that. Okay, now that we've done this, we're going to come back to the styling under the same first container here, and then what we're going to do is we'll give it a background type classic, and then we're going to give it a color of white. Now that we've done that, next we're going to make this color a bit transparent, so we're going to drag this over here, so we'll have something like this. Okay, so now that we've done that, the next thing we're going to do is to come down here to the border, and then we're going to give it a border type solid, and then for the border width we're going to give it a border width of 2 pixel, and then for the border color we're going to give it a white color, and then we're still going to make the border a bit transparent as well. And then for the border radius we're going to give it a border radius of 10 pixel. So finally gonna have something that looks like this. So let's reduce the border width to 1 pixel and see what it gives us. Okay, 1 pixel is better, so we'll have something like that. All right, so the next thing we're going to do here is we're going to go to the advanced settings. Now for the advanced settings, we'll come over to the custom CSS. Now mind you, this custom CSS option is only available on the Elementor Pro. So if you do not have the Elementor Pro, there is a link in the description of the video where you can download the Elementor Pro. So I just head over to my Atom code editor, and then this is the code. We're just going to copy this code here, and then we'll head back, and then we're just going to paste the code here. So you can see that the code has given the background, the transparent background, so that blur effect, making it look like glass. So we can increase the blur and reduce the blur. We can reduce the blur from 10 pixel, we can take it down to 1, we can put it to 5 pixel. You can see what it looks like. 5 pixel, you can increase it, even set it to 25 pixel, and then you see what it looks like. See what it gives you, whatever you want, whatever works for you. So I'm just going to leave it at 10 pixel. Okay, all right, and then 10 pixel here as well. All right, so now that we've done this and everything is coming into shape, coming into form, the next thing we're going to do is we're just going to go over to the second box. That's the second container, this one here. And then for this container here, we're just going to click on this plus icon, and we're going to search for a widget called the social widget. This widget, we're just going to drag it and drop it here. So now that we've done that, the next thing we're going to do is for this second container here, we're just going to make sure that the content justify content is set to the center, and then the item alignment is set to the first. So we're going to have something like this. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're just going to go to the social icon that we've added, edit it, and then we're just going to duplicate it again, and then we're just going to add some icons like, let's say Instagram. Then the next we're going to give it a WhatsApp, and we can leave the YouTube, or we'll change it to LinkedIn, whatever the case may be. Now for the shape, we're just going to set it to circle, and then for the column, we want to make this vertical, so we're just going to give it a column of 1, so we'll have something like this. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do for the container here, we'll go to container, and then we're just going to give it a padding all around of 20 pixel. Okay, so after we've done that, we'll now go back to the layout. For the layout, we're just going to make sure that the content width for this second container here, we're just going to make sure that the content width is set to full width, and then we're just going to give it a height of 380. So we'll have something like this. Okay, now we'll go back to this icon here, this social icon, and then we'll go to the styling option for the social icon. Now for the color, we're going to set the color to custom, and then what we're going to do is we're going to give it for the primary color, we're going to give it a white. We're going to give it a white color, and then we're just going to make the color a bit transparent, so we'll have something like this. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is for the size, we're going to give it a size of 20 pixel, or should we say 25 pixel? Let's say 25 pixel. Okay, now let's leave it at 20 pixel. And then let's give it a row gap. Let's give it a row gap of 10. Okay, all right, this looks great. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do, we're going to give it a border type solid, and then we're going to give the border width to 1. And then for the color, we're going to give it a color of white. Now let's give the border to 2 and see. Okay, 2 is better. Give it border white. So we'll have something that looks like this. This is wonderful. Okay, so now that everything is coming into form, the next thing we're going to do is right here under this second container here, we're just going to add a custom CSS. We're going to add a custom CSS to that. So we'll go to the advanced settings, and then we'll come over to the layout, and then we'll come to the custom CSS here. Now I head to my atom code editor, and then this is the code here that I'm going to copy out. Just going to copy this code here, and I'm going to come over here. Before I do that, the first thing I'm going to do before adding this code here is to go back to my layout. Now for the layout, I'm going to set the position here to absolute, so it comes over this. Now that I've done that, I go back here and make sure that this background here is set to total complete transparent background. Okay, now that we've done that, now under this same second container, we just go to the advanced settings now, and then we'll come over here to the custom CSS, and then now we can add our code, and you can see that the social icon has disappeared, but not to worry, it appears when we hover. So this is what we get now. So you can see this looks wonderful. If you hover anywhere here, you get your social icon, and then you can click the icon and so on and so forth. Okay, so now that we've done this and everything now looks good, the next thing we're going to do is what we're going to do now is we're going to try to see how our this container here looks in other devices. So let's check for the responsiveness. Now let's click on this responsive mode, and let's see what it looks like on tablet. It doesn't look good on tablet. First thing we're going to do here to repair this, we'll go to the parent container here, and then we'll go to the advanced settings, and we'll unlink this, set it from the padding to the top 100, padding to the bottom 100, and then to the right we're going to give it 20 pixels, 20 pixel. Okay, now that we've done that, we'll come to the layout. Now for the layout, we're going to scroll down here and then give the wrap. We're going to give the wrap give it a wrap, so we'll have something like this. Now for this container here, this child container, we're going to edit this child container. We're going to edit this child container, so we're just going to change the width from pixels, the unit from pixel to percent, and then we're going to give it a 45. Going to give it 45%, set it to 45%. Okay, so now if we should do this, you see that it doesn't look pretty well. So what we're going to do next is we're going to edit, go to the first child container, and then we'll go to the image, and we're going to edit the image, and then we're going to change the width from 200 to 150, and then the height we're going to give it 150 as well. So we'll have something like that. And then for the heading, we're going to change the heading. We're going to change from 30 pixel, bring it to 25 pixel, and then for the second heading here, we're going to edit it and then bring it to 16 pixel like that. So this is what we get. So as you can see now, it doesn't look pretty well, okay, because the icon is not at the center. Now we're going to edit this icon here, and then we're going to change the icon size, bring the size to let's say 16 pixel. Let's see what it looks like. Okay, 16 pixel is okay, but it's still not at the center. So to fix this, what we're going to do is we just go to the second container here, and then we'll come to the position. Now for the vertical orientation, we're going to give it I think minus 25. Let's try minus 25 and see. Okay, now set it to minus 25, and this looks wonderful. Okay, so now that we've done this and see that it looks well on tablet, now let's check it on our mobile and see what it looks like on mobile. It also looks pretty well on mobile as well, so you can see. So now that we've set the responsive nature of our container, what we're going to do now is we go back, and then we're just going to toggle this. So we're going to delete this child container here, this container here, we're going to delete it, and then we're going to delete this container as well. So now that we've done that, we're going to duplicate this child container again that contains our design. Duplicate it 3 times, and we can call this one the first, call this one card one child, call this one second child, call this third child. Always cultivate the habit of naming your containers. It really helps in a situation where you have so many containers in your website. so you to locate things. Okay, so now that we've done this, everything is coming into place. So the next thing we're going to do, we're just come to the parent container here, and then for these gaps here, we're just going to give it a gap of 40 pixels so that everything looks something like this. This is it. This is wonderful. And then we can also so check it on other devices, and then you can see everything looks fine on other device, on tablet, and then on mobile. It also looks wonderful on mobile as well. So the final thing we're going to do is we're just going to add a little bit of animation to this design. So to do so, we're just going to come over here under the same parent container. We'll now go over here to the style option. Now for the style here, what we're going to do is we'll scroll down, and then we'll give a mouse effect here, and then we'll come to the mouse track and we'll edit it and give it an opposite, and then we're going to leave it at opposite, and then we're going to increase the speed to 1.5. So at the end of it all, this is what we're going to have. So when you scroll you over, you can see that feature, that moving feature at the back. Okay, so what we're going to do is just going to click on the update button, and then the next thing we'll do, we just click on the preview changes. Then we'll see what our site looks like. So this is it. Everything just looks wonderful. And so we've come to the end of this tutorial. If you find this tutorial helpful, please do so to hit the like button. And if you're new to our channel, please remember to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you get notified next when I drop a new video. And if you're confused in any way or have a suggestion, please drop your suggestions on in the comment section, and I will do well to attend to it. So until then, see you next time. Bye bye.